Hey everyone and welcome! Today we're diving into a life-changing tool that can help you unlock your full potential, the 5-second rule. You ever feel stuck like procrastination has you in a chokehold? We've all been there. The 5-second rule is a simple, practical technique that can help you break free from those mental roadblocks and start living with more courage, purpose, and momentum. It's about taking action before your brain talks you out of it. Let's do this together. So, how did this whole 5-second rule thing come about? Well, picture this. It's early morning and my alarm clock is doing its best impression of a siren, blaring loudly and persistently. I hit snooze more times than I care to admit, feeling completely stuck and unmotivated to start my day. My career was a mess, my morning routine felt impossible, and I felt like I was drowning in self-doubt. Sound familiar? It's a feeling many of us know all too well. One morning as I lay there in bed, the image of a rocket launch flashed on the television screen. It was a powerful and inspiring sight, and it hit me. Rockets don't hesitate, they don't overthink it, they launch. They take off with purpose and determination. That's when the 5-second rule was born. It was a moment of clarity and inspiration. I decided right then and there that if I didn't get out of bed before the countdown from 5 hit 0, I was going to miss my chance to change my life. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I launched myself out of bed. It was a small victory, but it felt monumental. Now I know what you're thinking, Mel, that's it? Counting down like a rocket ship, it sounds almost too simple to be effective. But here's the thing, it's not about the countdown itself, it's about what the countdown represents. It's about interrupting your brain's natural tendency to hesitate, overthink, and talk you out of doing what you know you need to do. It's a mental hack. You see, our brains are wired to keep us safe and comfortable. They're designed to avoid risk and discomfort. So whenever we're about to do something that feels scary, unfamiliar, or challenging, our brains slam on the brakes. It's a built-in self-preservation mechanism. That's where the 5-second rule comes in. It's a tool to combat this natural resistance. It's like a pattern interrupt for your mind. It disrupts the automatic hesitation response. By counting down from 5 and then taking immediate action, you're essentially short-circuiting that hesitation mechanism and shifting yourself into action mode. It's a powerful shift. It's like hitting the go button before your brain can hit stop. It's a way to outsmart your own mind. The beauty of the 5-second rule is its simplicity. It's easy to remember and easy to implement. It's not about complicated strategies or self-help jargon. It's about taking that first step, even when it feels uncomfortable and daunting. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and into action. It's about making progress, one small step at a time, and trust me, the more you use it, the easier it gets. Each time you take action, you build confidence and momentum. Okay, so we've talked about how the 5-second rule works in practice, but what's the science behind it? What makes this simple technique so effective in helping us overcome hesitation and take action? Well, it all comes down to how our brains are wired. Our brains are complex networks of neurons that communicate through electrical and chemical signals. You see, our brains have this incredible ability to predict and prepare for potential threats. This predictive capability is a result of millions of years of evolution. It's called the fight or flight response, and it's designed to keep us safe. This response is triggered by the amygdala, a small but powerful part of the brain. The problem is that in today's world, the threats we face are often not physical threats like saber-toothed tigers. Instead, they are more psychological and social in nature. They're things like public speaking, asking someone out on a date, or going for that promotion. These situations can trigger the same fear response as a physical threat. But here's the kicker. Our brains haven't quite caught up to this modern reality. The amygdala still reacts as if every threat is a life or death situation. So, when we're faced with a situation that triggers fear or uncertainty, even if it's not a life or death situation, our brains still react as if it is. This can lead to hesitation and inaction. That's where the 5-second rule comes in. This simple technique helps to interrupt the automatic fear response. When you count down from 5, you're essentially activating the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, planning, and impulse control. This shift in focus is crucial. By focusing on the countdown, you're shifting your attention away from the fear and anxiety and towards a more rational and action-oriented mindset. This helps you to regain control over your actions. At the same time, the act of taking immediate action after the countdown helps to lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol. This reduction in cortisol is beneficial for your overall well-being. Cortisol is what makes us feel anxious and overwhelmed, so by reducing cortisol, you're essentially creating a more positive and empowered emotional state. This state is more conducive to taking action. Think of it this way, your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it in a specific way, the stronger it becomes. This analogy helps to understand the importance of consistent practice. The more you use the 5-second rule to overcome hesitation and take action, the more you are training your brain to become more courageous, decisive, and resilient. This training can have long-term benefits. Every time you use the 5-second rule to overcome hesitation and take action, you're essentially training your brain to become more courageous, decisive, and resilient. Over time, this can lead to significant personal growth and empowerment. Chapter 3. My 5-second breakthrough. A personal story. I want to share a personal story with you about a time when the 5-second rule truly changed my life. It's a story that still resonates deeply with me and serves as a constant reminder of the power of taking action. Remember that career slump I mentioned earlier? Well, it was bad. I was stuck in a rut, feeling like I was going nowhere fast. I was unemployed, riddled with self-doubt, and terrified of putting myself out there. The fear of rejection was paralyzing, and I felt like I was drowning in a sea of uncertainty. One day, I was scrolling through job postings online, and I saw an opportunity that both excited me and terrified me. It was a job that seemed like a perfect fit for my skills and passions, but it was also a huge leap from what I was used to. It was a long shot, a position that was way out of my comfort zone, the kind of job that made my heart race just thinking about it. I felt that familiar wave of fear wash over me, and I could feel myself starting to talk myself out of it. The negative thoughts began to creep in, telling me all the reasons why I wasn't good enough. "You're not qualified," my inner critic whispered. "You'll never get it." The voice of doubt was loud and persistent, trying to convince me to play it safe. But this time, I caught myself. I remembered the 5-second rule and decided to give it a try. I remembered the 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I hit the apply button. I didn't overthink it. I didn't let the fear take over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I hit the apply button. I didn't overthink it. I didn't let my fear paralyze me. I just took action. I didn't let my fear paralyze me. I just took action. And that small, seemingly insignificant decision set off a chain reaction of positive events. To my surprise, I got an interview, and then another and another. Each interview boosted my confidence and made me realize that I was more capable than I'd given myself credit for. The 5-second rule didn't just help me apply for the job, it gave me the courage to show up as my best self throughout the entire interview process. And guess what? I got the job. It was a dream come true. It was a defining moment in my career, and it all started with that one 5-second decision to take action. That single moment of bravery changed the trajectory of my life. That experience taught me that the 5-second rule isn't just about getting out of bed in the morning. It's about showing up for your life in a bigger, bolder way. It's about taking control of your destiny and not letting fear dictate your actions. Chapter 4. Your 5-second action plan. Tips for making it work for you. Alright, are you ready to start implementing the 5-second rule in your own life? Here are a few tips to help you make it work for you. 1. Identify your triggers. What are the situations or thoughts that typically lead you to hesitate or procrastinate? Once you're aware of your triggers, you can start to anticipate them and be ready with your 5-second countdown. 2. Start small. You don't have to tackle your biggest fear right away. Start with small, manageable actions that you can build on over time. Remember, it's about building momentum and creating positive habits. 3. Make it visible. Write the 5-second rule down on sticky notes and place them around your house, office, or car. This will serve as a visual reminder to use the technique whenever you need it. 4. Find an accountability partner. Share your goal of using the 5-second rule with a friend, family member, or coach. Having someone to check in with can provide extra motivation and support. 5. Celebrate your wins. Every time you successfully use the 5-second rule, take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate your win. This will help to reinforce the positive behavior and keep you motivated. Chapter 5. The 5-second transformation, the benefits of consistent action. So, what can you expect when you start incorporating the 5-second rule into your daily life? The benefits are profound. 1. Increased productivity. The 5-second rule helps you overcome procrastination and get things done. By taking action before your brain can talk you out of it, you'll find yourself accomplishing more in less time. 2. Boosted confidence. Every time you use the 5-second rule, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of taking action and facing your fears. This leads to a significant boost in self-confidence and self-efficacy. 3. Reduced anxiety. By interrupting the cycle of overthinking and worry, the 5-second rule helps to reduce anxiety and promote a sense of calm and control. 4. Enhanced creativity. When you're not bogged down by fear and hesitation, you're free to tap into your creativity and explore new possibilities. 5. Greater fulfillment. Ultimately, the 5-second rule is about living a life that's true to yourself. By taking action on your goals and dreams, you'll experience a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Take the challenge, your 5-second life awaits. So there you have it, the power of the 5-second rule. Remember, it's not about being fearless. It's about acting in spite of fear. Challenge yourself to use the 5-second rule every day for the next week. I guarantee you'll be amazed at the difference it makes. As I always say, you don't have to feel like it, you just have to do it. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on unlocking your potential. See you in the next one.